well. So let's continue playing.
Overnight, when you depersonalize another person and view them as just an object for pleasure instead of a living, breathing human being, it seems to make it easier to do things you shouldn't do.
Okay, so during this time, we can see that swallows in there. His mouth is getting a little bit dry while he's speaking about his actual murders. And this is interesting because that response indicates nerves, it indicates agitation. So there's some sort of psychological processing that he is doing around that isn't a positive one. It's prepping him for the fight or flight reaction. So there's something going on there. It's not guilt, but it is at least concern or maybe worry. Would it be about getting caught? Yeah, more likely than not, but it's not guilt. He's still not showing any indicators of shame in there. And then here where I have it paused now, he has a pretty substantial lip compression that's in there, and that's still related to what I explained earlier. So what I'm seeing from Dahmer is that he is aware of how wrong he was and how bad his actions were, but he didn't, it's almost like he just didn't care. Let's continue.
You do sound, though, like the kind of person who could have said to himself, "This is wrong. I must stop."
I always knew that it was wrong, but after the first killing was not planned.
So you can hear him having some of those psychophysiological things come in with the increased breathing. That's another sign of agitation or nerves. And he also has that extended, "I always knew it was wrong," which many of us would see that as bored. And that's still the brain needing oxygen in a different way. That sigh is called in from that side of things, but he's still disconnected from it emotionally. And this obviously pushes us to believe that he's either a psychopath or a sociopath, and I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not diagnosing him here, but that's why people believe that. That's why they see him as such, because of this emotional disconnect from what he's talking about. I'm here to really affirm that he's not feeling an emotional connection to it. It's not leaking out in any form or fashion at all. His channels are revealing other things, his emotional state in regards to anxiety or nerves or stress, but nothing in regards to empathy or guilt or shame. It's interesting. Let's continue.